Welcome back to part 2 of the tutorial. First thing that you need to do is set your foreground color to the settings that you see here. Now set your background color to the settings that you see here. This is going to allow us to take advantage of the color dynamic settings that we created in our brush in the first part of this tutorial. Now select your brush and be sure it's set at about 135 pixels like I said in the first part. Now notice that I have a golf ball here. It's just a golf ball extracted out of an ordinary image. Place it in the middle of a layer and create a new layer on top of it. Now all you need to do is select the brush tool and just brush back and forth a little bit just to create some grass. I'm going to hit that grass with a Gaussian blur, filter blur, Gaussian blur. About a 1 pixel blur will do fine. This grass is right in front of the camera, so it's going to be slightly blurred, whereas the golf ball is in focus because that's, if you can imagine, that's what we'd be taking a picture of. I'm going to create another new layer on top of the golf ball, but right below that grass. And here I'm just going to click a few times, and this grass is going to be directly in front of the golf ball. And we're going to leave that grass in focus because it's right near the golf ball and it would still be in focus. Next thing I'll do is create a new layer, select the brush tool, and then hit the left bracket key a few times to bring the brush down to about 60 pixels. And now I'm going to paint in the background. I'm just going to go back and forth. You don't have to spend a whole lot of time on this. Just get rid of all the white that you would still see through to the background. It's a little bit too high for my liking, so I'm going to move it down a bit. Next thing I'm going to do is press Control-Command-F to hit that with a Gaussian blur, the same blur we used before. Again, that grass is off to the distance, so again, it would not be in focus. I'm also going to hit Control-Command-U. I'm going to bring up the hue saturation adjustment. I'm going to bring the saturation down a bit of that layer. As objects get further away from you in your viewing area, they tend to lose saturation. So that happens in real life when we're trying to create an illustration that mimics real life here. So I'm going to bring the saturation down a bit. And then add a sunny day, so you can add a blue gradient to the background. And we have a nice golf ball illustration. We can move that grass down a little bit too. If you want to spend a little more time with it, I created this illustration. As you can see, I just tightened up the grass a little bit and I added some clouds with the brush tool. If you've got any questions, feel free to email me at extremephotoshop@yahoo.com, and I look forward to hearing your suggestions. Thanks.